All right, we're ready to get started. And with Module 1, one of the things I'll do for every module is I'll provide you with a really short kind of video overview of my take on the Born to Build reading assignments for that module. And so for this first module, you'll be reading just the first 21 pages. And I think the big question in this module from Jim Clifton and Sangeeta Badal, the two authors, and a little side note on them, I've met both of them. Jim Clifton is the CEO of Gallup, and Sangeeta is the head researcher, head scientist in entrepreneurship. So really cool people and just really smart and know what they're doing. But their big question really starts off with, what are you building? And I think it's a great question to think about, what am I building? What am I doing that's creating value for other people? And my take on all this is that I think you really need to have an entrepreneurial and a builder's mindset in everything you do. Remember, that isn't just limited to starting a business or having a high growth business. That could be being a corporate entrepreneur. That could be a project at work. That could be a project in the community, whatever. But do you have that builder mentality and mindset? Finally, in this this reading, they preview the 4 keys to building that we'll talk about later in the book. The first one is creating self-awareness. Again, this is where I think this book takes a really unique approach to entrepreneurship and entrepreneurial behavior, because it says it's an inside-out approach, and it starts inside and says, who are you as an entrepreneur or a builder? And so I think that's really unique, and there's a lot to be said for that, and I think you're really going to like this approach. Number 2 is recognizing opportunities. Having kind of an opportunistic mindset is a really important thing, especially in kind of the culture and economy we're in today. The third, and this one to me is where a lot of entrepreneurship education falls very short, and that one is activating on ideas. And I really love this, because if you can't execute, if you can't take your visions and ideas to fruition, then it really doesn't mean a whole lot. So that execution piece is so important. And then number 4, which is really a piece of the execution and ongoing implementation and ongoing innovation, is building a team. And that points back to the first one, which is creating self-awareness. Knowing who you are, what you're really good at, what you're not so good at, and how to fill the gaps around you is really important. And having a well-rounded team that can kind of plug all the gaps and all the functional needs of the venture or the project or whatever it is. So that's just my take, and some very brief kind of an overview of Module 1 readings from Born to Build, and look forward to seeing your interactions online.